An arrogant person considers himself perfect. This is the chief harm of arrogance. It interferes with a person's main task in life, becoming a better person. Leo Tolstoy. So today I just had a thought I wanted to share. And there's a story to this, right? So I am curious by nature. I like to people watch, right, on this app, not in a creepy way, but I do like to go on the lives and I like to scroll and I like to see what people are out there saying and doing and it seems my algorithm is like like the thing of like all different walks of life, which I love. But I ran into this I guess like channel or whatever you call it on TikTok, and it was two people debating a third person, and the two people hold one view, and the third person that they would bring on as a guest would be the opposing view. But as intellectual as they try to make this whole thing seem, at the end of it, it was just about humiliating people of an opposing view. You just bring them on, and because all the followers on the chat follow the same thing as the main talker, most of them, and because there's this culture on this channel or what have you of making fun of the person, it turned quite toxic and quite borderline abusive, right? To a degree. It's not what I expect of a quote unquote intellectual. And so it just got me thinking. Oftentimes we will listen to people, we will follow people, we will, what have you, take the advice of people who they just seem to know what they're doing. Now, they can be confident or they can be arrogant, right? And confidence and arrogance are two different things. The difference between them is humility. A confident person versus an arrogant person, at the basis of it is the humility, right? And even a confident person may hold ideas, but they may not always be right on the money. They may not be correct. So sometimes you'll have these people with brilliant minds follow other people just because those other people seem to know what they're saying, seem to know what they're doing, right? It's all smokes and mirrors. And it just got me thinking, like, think for yourself, read, explore, search different ideas. Don't let anybody belittle you. You have a brain, and use it, right? Use your mind. You observe your thoughts. See what comes to your own mind, right? What you find is true, and maybe what needs some more exploration. Nobody has all the answers on this earth. And here's the other thing too. Like, I've often met people that are so unassuming, right? They do not rock the boat. They do not say much. They're quiet. And when you break the ice and you get to know them, they are some of the most insightful, brilliant people on this earth. And I would stare at them and go, I wish you would be the one with talking, right? I wish you would be the one who's telling people all the things. But they have intellectual humility too. But some other times it's not just intellectual humility. They fell into this low self-esteem thing where they thought that, who am I to debate this other person who seems to know, right? Who seems to have it all, who seems to tough shell, right? And they're afraid to debate against this other person because this other person has like a rough exterior, maybe even a little bit of a don't mess with me kind of persona. Maybe they people are afraid to approach them with an idea because they're afraid that they're going to be emotionally hurt, right? But just because you're confident, or if you don't have humility, That doesn't mean that you're any better than anybody on this earth. Mm-mm. It doesn't work that way. Um, so yeah, that's about all. Don't mistake very confident people or very arrogant people with them having all the right answers. Um, just think for yourself, explore, and enjoy the idea that you're autonomous and that you can explore anomalies and, and find knowledge as an adventure, find ideas as an adventure. Um, don't get bullied by anybody. All right, that's about it. Have a good one. I wish you well.